Okay, time for the winter checkup and oil filter change. 2019 was the last time. 38,850 Ks on the clock. This was last updated with 42,000. So let's go find out what's on the bike. So 42,234. Something doesn't sound right there. Alright, haven't started this bike for quite a few months, so let's see how well it goes. Low battery. See if the error code came up. No, just the immobilizer error, which is normal because it doesn't have one on here anymore. Check the battery voltage. .2, so she's a bit low. And we're still pulling 2 amps on the charger. Okay, so the charger's showing the green light now, so it's showing that we're charged. We're less than 1 amp of current draw and voltage. We're 14.4 almost, so that should be good. We'll try and start it again. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got the bike up on the stands. You got to take your covers off, your side covers. You can do it on the side stand, but when you take the oil filter out, it does tend to run more over the exhaust system. So it's a bit better if the bike is straight up or leaning in the opposite direction to the stand. So before we crack the oil filling nozzle, we will give it a clean up. A bit of degreaser. So I have the oil filter socket, only the exhaust pipe is in the way. You can't get it on, so this is the drain plug. It's back here. Don't mistake it for this one. This is another filter here. It's like a tube filter. And that is a 14mm Allen key. That's your 14mm Allen key. And the drain plug one is a 10, which feels quite loose. Rather tight. And this oil will go all over the exhaust as well. So make sure you have some brake cleaner or degreaser for when you finish. We've got like a 10-litre container here. So there's a magnet. There's a magnet on the drain plug where all your gunk will settle. This one's looking pretty clean, so that's a good sign. Right, so for the filter I use these. unless I've got the exhaust off. So the filter is a HF153. So there is a washer that comes with the drain plug there, and it is 1 millimeter thick, 1 mil thick. Inside diameter is 22.2, and the outside is 28.5, and it feels quite light, and it looks like aluminium as well. Okay, well, it appears that the oil seal has gone stuck in there, so just be aware of that. The oil seal might not come out with the filter. So the new filter. Don't forget to take the plastic off, or you'll stuff your motor. And this new design comes with a bit of a nut to the base, makes it a bit easier to torque it up. Alright. Yeah, one thing I always like to do when a new oil filter goes in is I always fill the oil filter first. Right, that'll soak up. Just shake it around a little bit. Just wet the seal a little bit with just a little bit on your finger. So we're nice and full with oil, that way we don't have a big air bubble in the filter when we start it. And the first oil to soak the oil filter is clean, new oil, not dirty oil that's still sitting in the engine oil pump. So I've just cranked it up as hard as I can go with my hand. And there is a torque wrench setting. I normally go about quarter of a turn. And then we'll check the setting. So oil drain plug 42 Newton meters. Oil cartridge filter 11 Newton meters. Okay, drain plug's back in. There's probably a torque setting for this as well, but I don't have a torque wrench that can do an Allen key. I don't have the right socket for it, so I just do it with the Allen key. And now I'll just be putting in the full synthetic oil. Fill it up here. We'll do it with a small jug first. So I'll put 2.5 litres, which is just getting us to the bottom mark, and remembering that's the bike standing straight up as well, which is how you should read it. So I'll put another 0.2. So I've put about 3.1 litres to get just on the full mark. So it was 2.5 litres to the bottom mark, and then another 600 ml to there, plus there's about 100 to 200 mils that we put in the oil filter as well. So for the Americans, 1 litre is roughly 1 quarts. So you're looking at 3.3 quarts. Okay, so we've given it a run, get all the air out of the system, and we've let it settle for about half an hour now. And the level is on the low level, so probably need to put about another 400 milliliters in there. So yeah, another half a litre has got from the bottom mark to the top mark.